So I have to drop this card for some reason. After
Check 1 2, check 1 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Check 1 2. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Check 1 2. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Check 1 2. 1 2. Audio good? All right, good. Check.
We used to call it the CBD. No problem. Did you hear what he's going to do about, he's going to be giving awards by the Boston Pharmacy? The Boston Pharmacy. Yeah, I see the little table. Those are the awards. Where's the video in my head? I want to see. I think it already went by.
Lower banner state. Lower third banner state.
Yay.
You're always in the way.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're here for a day and you're complaining?
That's what AP pays you. Can't really tell. Sliding on the carpet. The light looks better. Yeah, you know what, I think it's that yellow that's coming out from the country now.
Success rate at getting people who are positive to be undetectable by being compliant with their drugs. And then if you're negative, but you have behaviors that put you at risk for getting HIV, you can take PrEP. You can take the product that with compliance, it keeps you 97% chance that you won't get the HIV disease also. And so the tools are there. It's about execution and blocking and tackling, and that's what the president's leading, and we've gotten the funding from Congress for this. So we really have this in our grasp, but the tools were there, but it took President Trump's call to action to make this a reality.
My first year in office, I was being briefed, and they told me that this is a possibility if we wanted to do it. I said, who wouldn't want to do this? And everything's a lot of money, but this is small money compared to what we're talking about. And I'm somebody from New York who lost a lot of friends to AIDS, a tremendous number of friends, some of the most talented people that I knew I lost to AIDS. And it's incredible. Do you have anything to add to what, because you are, I mean, you're the real expert on AIDS and the eradication. Anything to add about eradication in our country?
We just appreciate the government's support on doing both domestic work and global work on HIV/AIDS, because obviously you also are invested in the PEPFAR program to really bring the same level of compassion and treatment to people around the globe to really control the epidemic around the globe. And this is a big step forward for all of us to really...
And what do you think of the timing? Am I right when I say about 8 years?
Well, we're always... To actually control the pandemic, to make it controllable and smaller, that's absolutely possible. To eradicate it, obviously we need a vaccine or a cure. There are groups working on that under your direction to really ensure
How
that
is that coming?
We make forward progress in vaccines and then a little step backwards and then forward
Tough
progress.
Tough work.
It's tough work, and the cure is tough work, but your scientists are working on it around the clock and around the world.
Good. That'll be terrific. Mike, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I just appreciate the opportunity to express the gratitude that we all feel, Dan, to you and the incredible team at Gilead. And to think of the progress that you've made in such an extraordinary period of time. When the President brought the pharmaceutical companies here to the White House, you were among them. He said, we wanted you to move out quickly on developing a vaccine, but he said, develop the therapeutics as quickly as you can. We were told that it was possible that by the spring we would have therapeutics, and standing here on May the 1st, the very first therapeutic with the emergency use authorization, the good work of FDA is now available. And but donating 1.5 million doses, our task force will be working very closely with Gilead to make sure that those medicines, starting on Monday, are distributed to hospitals where patients are struggling in serious conditions with the coronavirus today. And so, Dan, I hope you will carry back our gratitude, but I know the gratitude of the American people when they see the incredible ingenuity and generosity of the team at Gilead. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. Appreciate that.
And Adam, maybe you could say a few words. You were very instrumental in getting this done, and also on ventilators, getting us to be the kings and queens of ventilators. We have a lot of ventilators, and we're helping countries all over the world now with ventilators, from starting with almost none from the past. What do you have to say?
I think thematically, it shows the strength of the public-private partnerships that you've led, that you, the Vice President, that all of us have been working on. You talked about ventilators. I know, Mr. Vice President, you just visited the GM plant. You saw GE making ventilators, how quickly we moved there.
Right.
This is just another example where you have a company, one of our best, that came up with the first therapeutic that shows the strength of our private business. The other thing I know that you guys did, Dan, that I really appreciate, is you didn't wait to start production. And that means we're going to get doses next week because they ramped up production and didn't wait because they wanted to help Americans. So I think it shows the strength of our private business, and I'm very proud to be an American.
So that would mean that you were so confident in what you were doing early on that you were able to project in advance?
I would love to say we were that confident. We really weren't. But we saw the incredible human need, and we said, in the event that this is successful, we have to plan for success. And that's just the way that we operate. I'm proud to work for a company that takes those type of decisions.
And how many doses are we getting from the standpoint of the country and the contribution?
So we're particularly with the news around the fact that some patients, as Dr. Han mentioned, can benefit from only 5 days of treatment, which I think is a real benefit, by the way, for patients to get 5 days of IV, and if they're improving, to get out of the hospital. Great for them to get back to their loved ones, great for reducing the burden on the healthcare system. And then that 1.5 million doses goes longer, right? So we're talking, about more than 100,000 treatment courses, which again, we need more. And we're still ramping up, and we're going to have more in the second half of the year. But at least it's a start. And the most severe, the most serious patients, I think, were the ones that we'll work with the Vice President and his team on to make sure that we get it to the most serious patients first.
That's a great start. Thank you very much, Dan.
Very much.
Thank Gilead very much. Okay, thank you. That's fantastic. We'll be seeing you all in a little while. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's go, guys. Come on.